How much is too much when it comes to applying de-icing salt on your driveway or sidewalk? It's a common dilemma, but one that's currently under scrutiny. As Delane Cleveland reports, there's an effort underway in Hennepin County to use less salt or no salt at all.
In the warmer months, Minnesota's lakes and rivers are a major source of recreation and relaxation. But experts say that the things we're doing in the winter to remove snow and ice have a big impact on our bodies of water.
Yeah, so it only takes 1 teaspoon of salt to permanently pollute just 5 gallons of water.
Laura Jester is on a mission to help protect Minnesota's bodies of water through a campaign called Low Salt, No Salt.
More salt does not mean more safety, that we can all reduce our salt use and still have a lot of safety and actually save money and help the environment at the same time.
Jester is part of a coalition of 11 cities and watershed districts who are trying to get the word out this winter to property managers and pretty much anyone who will listen about how to clean sidewalks, driveways, and parking lots without using too much salt.
We would love folks to contact us if they're interested in learning more about the program. We're giving away these great ice scrapers because this is a great mechanical way to reduce the amount of ice on your property.
In Golden Valley,
you got 2 options here.
Public Works staff have tools like ice melt containers with holes and adjustable salt spreaders to make sure they don't over-apply chemicals when they're clearing city parking lots.
Don't need a lot. And then if you do have residual left over, again, sweep that up, use it for next time.
Of course, homeowners and businesses can always sweep and shovel right after a storm to prevent ice buildup in the first place.
Sweep and shovel early and often.
For Jester, a little effort can go a long way to protecting our natural resources.
It's an extremely corrosive material in all kinds of ways.
In Golden Valley, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park continues to investigate a case of shots fired between 2 vehicles. The shootout happened around 5 p.m. Thursday in a residential area about a half a mile east of the Brooklyn Park Target store. Nearby residents heard the gunfire and called 911. When officers arrived, they located numerous shell casings in the street. The vehicles involved fled the scene and have not been located. No one was injured. A bill to restore voting rights to people released from prison has cleared one significant hurdle and is moving closer to becoming law. Representative Cedric Frazier of New Hope was chief author of the bill in the Minnesota House, where representatives passed the bill by 12 votes. Currently convicted felons released from prison are not allowed to vote if they're still on probation or parole. Minnesota has one of the highest rates of people on probation. If the bill passes the Senate, Minnesota would join 20 other states to approve similar legislation. A Maple Grove couple is celebrating a pretty cool feat. Joe and Sally Whitekin were part of a team that took 3rd place in the multi-block ice sculpting competition at the St. Paul Winter Carnival. And if you're wondering how it's done, let's just say it's a lot harder than you think. Photojournalist Dustin Scholl shows us how they did it.
These are the trophies from the multi-block competition from the past 2 years, and we're soon going to have one from 2023 for this year.
We moved here about 6 years ago from Pittsburgh, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll embrace one of the Minnesota art forms. We're part of the team, but we're just learning. They just kind of, here's how you use this particular tool. And Joe made the shield on one of the figures this year, and I made a bow and some other features. So we have 48 hours to do this sculpture. And of course, the weather, you have to be prepared. And this year was pretty cold. You're so engrossed, you have only so much time. And then you step back and think, wow, we did that. Yeah.
It's a lot of work getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 degrees out, and that's the high. I'm going to be out in this all day. It takes a little bit of motivation to get out the house, but together we do it. People say, would you do it again? And I tell them it's a game day decision.
We were very happy because there's some great ice sculptors out there. I mean, if you go and look, they're amazing.
I'm amazed at the ice. You can get so thin, you can bring out such detail. At the end, they put a blowtorch towards it, and the ice becomes translucent.
What do you do to celebrate?
Drive home, take a hot bath, and go to bed, and just sleep out.
The St. Paul Winter Carnival runs through Sunday. A new art exhibit in Robbinsdale is designed to make you think.
I don't claim to have answers, but I want to bring to our attention those issues of the day.
That's Dan Tran, the artist behind the new featured exhibit at the Robbin Gallery. Tran emigrated from Vietnam in the 70s, became a bioengineer, and then evolved into a self-taught artist. His work comes with a political edge, creating art on a range of topics from our divided political climate to climate change to gun violence and even cryptocurrency scandals.
I feel that I have spent more years in the United States than in Vietnam. And I feel a responsibility as an artist to talk about where I live.
The exhibit runs through Sunday, February 26th, and you can meet the artist on the next 3 Saturdays. Students at Fair Pilgrim Lane Elementary in Plymouth got to cap off a week-long residency with a West African drumming artist on Friday.
Every chance we can to get an authentic person from another culture to share their music with us is such a valuable experience for our kids.
Let's go there and have fun. Just have fun with it, okay? Watch me, watch my hands, and I'm gonna be doing my thing, and you also gonna be doing your thing.
Students got to join the artist for a performance in front of the school and parents. We will leave you now with some of the show.
The Wayzata boys hockey team was ranked #1 in Class AA earlier this season, but the Trojans have slumped lately. They look to bounce back against the new #1 team Thursday. The Trojans taking on the Skippers before a packed house at the Plymouth Ice Center. First period, Jacob Kwasnicka passes to Jake Madsen, whose shot is stopped, but Britton Alstead scores on the rebound. The Trojans lead 1-0. That's the score after 1. Second period, good passing by the Skippers results in a power play marker. John Stout nets the goal, his 5th of the season, and the game is tied at 1. Later in the second, now leading 2-1, Ashton Schultz shoots. Alex Lunsky on the backside is open to bang home the rebound, and the top-ranked Skippers lead 3-1. Wayzata gets one back here. Luke Miller snaps a shot in for a power play goal. That makes it a 3-2 game. Minnetonka answers on the next shift. The long rebound comes to Sam Sheets. He stopped, but Schultz is there to score on the rebound. No scoring the rest of the way as Minnetonka beats Wayzata 4-2. Two of the best boys swimming teams in the area went head-to-head Thursday. Jason Melillo has the highlights.
6-time defending state champion Breck Blake hosting Wayzata in boys swimming. 200 freestyle, Charlie Eglin is the runaway winner for the Bear Stangs with a time of 1:44.14. 50 freestyle, Caden Lau wins for Breck Blake. His teammate Henry Webb is second. Wayzata's John Kirchner is third. 100 butterfly, Grace Cisco and Nam Trong battle for gold. Cisco touches first for a Trojans win. 500 freestyle, Breck Blake's Webb crushes the field and sets a new pool record with a time of 4 minutes 45.82 seconds. Jack Schertz Ford follows up his win in the 100 freestyle by winning the 100 backstroke for the Bear Stangs. 100 breaststroke, it's another gold for Breck Blake's Eglin with a winning time of 57.95 seconds. And the Bear Stangs go on to win the duel over Wayzata. Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.
In Northwest Suburban Conference boys swimming, two evenly matched local teams met up. Jay Wilcox has the highlights.
Senior night for Armstrong boys swimming and diving as they host Champlin Park. In the 200 freestyle, Champlin Park's Jonah Abraham races to the win in a time of 2:01.35 as the Rebels take the top 2 spots in the race. The 200 IM features a strong showing by Alan Thom of Champlin Park as he breezes to the win in 2:07.93. In the 50 free, bottom of the screen, it's Armstrong's Elliott Subi edging Gavin ahead of Champlin Park by 0.02 of a second. In the 100 butterfly, Armstrong gets another win as Nico Smandravella swims to victory in 58.3 seconds. A.B. Harris takes the 100 freestyle for the Falcons. A close meet all night, and it ends up in a 93-93 tie. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The high school gymnastics season ends in just 3 weeks, and athletes are sharpening their routines for the upcoming section meets.
Park Center and Osseo Gymnastics in the team's next to last meet of the regular season, facing off Thursday in Osseo. This is Park Center's Maya Woods on the uneven bars. She lands with a score of 8.825, best in the meet on a good night for the Pirates sophomore. Maya Strand is Osseo's top all-arounder. She records her team's best score on the vault with an 8.3. The Pirates' Luna Zhang on the vault finishes second on her team to Woods. Zhang's score is 8.25. Balance beam and a good routine for Woods. And a good score, too, 9.2 on the way to winning the all-around title. Woods wins all 4 events in the meet as Park Center reaches a season high for points, 130.55 to Osseo's 114.5. Both teams will compete in the Section 5AA meet on February 18th at Elk River High School. In Osseo, John Jacobson, CCX Sports. Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.